here we are. We are downtown New Road for the 105th, 104th Community Center Pointe Coupee parade. And you can see the Grand Marshal just passed by. I'm Louis A. Bear.
And I'm Cassandra Will. And our Grand Marshal this year is Mr. Warren Belizaire. He's a graduate of Rosenwald High School. He's a widow. He was married to the late Lubertha Edwards Belizaire for over 28 years. And our King and Queen float has just arrived, and our King was unmasked at our judges' stand. Our King this year is former Chief Kevin McDonald.
All right.
He is married to Ms. Deidre Polar McDonald. They have one child named Cassidy. And his queen this year is Queen Paige Robelo. The court members are Lauren Dukes, Ariel Leatherwood Garner, Nakia Powell, Lawrence, Amaria Smith and Lauren Turner. And we crowned our queen on Saturday night at the ball. She was the one who graciously, her name was drawn. And she's the great-great-granddaughter of Mr. Berto Lecoq, who was one of the founders of the New Rose Carnival Club Mardi Gras.
Well, and of course, the King is getting a different perspective on Mardi Gras riding on the King's float this year, as opposed to his many, many years as a law enforcement officer working the streets to keep everyone safe here.
Yeah, so it's an honor on our court.
Okay, so I hear a marching band coming. That's one of my favorite parts of any parade.
Yes, it should be Rayville coming through.
Rayville, that's way up in North Louisiana.
Yes, they've been here. We've been lining up since early this morning, and then bands were practicing at our lineup section where the bands were getting ready, and I mean, they were kind of competing against each other. We had to really go to stop them and say, okay, so we need to line up, people. So this is Rayville.
That's right. That's great. Now, Rayville, for those of you that need a geography lesson, is way up in North Louisiana, kind of in northeast Louisiana. In I think Richland Parish, and that is Richland Parish is the site of the brand new Meta complex that that AI complex, and so maybe some of these students, in addition to a music career, they may get into high tech careers working right there close to home, which is always a goal of all the economic development.
Yes, and so their band director is Mr. Delvin Rogers. And you know, these bands have all the dance girls and flag bearers and all those that come with the band, and also the support system that rides along with them.
And of course, we got beautiful weather for the parade. We got beautiful weather for the marches. The sound of the band carrying in the fresh air here in downtown New Orleans, it's a great day.
We have our first float, and this should be Louisiana Grammys. Miss Lelena Johnson is the chairperson for that float, and the name of her crew is Laney's Crew of Zulu.
So tell us a little bit about the theme of the overall theme of the parade this year.
Our theme this year is musical legends, and you know, we have a lot of musical legends that are from Louisiana, especially here from Pointe Coupee Parish with Mr. Buddy Guy. And so, you know, we always had Chris and the Hurricanes that would be in our parade for many years. We have all these New Orleans artists that have come out of New Orleans: Louis Armstrong, Dr. John, Master P, Lil Wayne, Big Frida, and John Baptiste. That's one of my favorite ones. Irma Thomas, Mahalia Jackson. I mean, the Harry Connick Jr., the list goes on and on. So we're honoring musical legends this year. Some of them, you know, maybe from Louisiana. We may be seeing also some Motown.
Yeah.
Because many of us grew up on Motown.
Well, I know some of our production crew here with Pelican Sports, they're musical legends as well. They might just be legends in general.
Yeah, this is the crew of family and friends. Crew of family and friends.
And then right behind them is
some of the floats are also honoring some deceased members, who have passed on. So this is honoring Dylan. This is the crew of Daniels. Miss Cortland Daniels is the chairperson.
So who we got now, Christina?
We have now Movements in Motion Dance and Cheer Academy, and they're under the direction of Miss Francella Robinson. These were some of the dance groups that we were not able to see last year in bands because of the inclement weather. None of them were able to participate. So this year they have shown up in full force, and as you can see, she has a huge group of girls that they practice for many months at a time to get ready to participate in parades, and they were so excited to be here. So excited to be here.
And we love having them.
We love having them. And the costumes are beautiful. The young ladies are beautiful, and we see them, they're dancing, they're cheering, and so Miss Francella has a wonderful group that she puts together. We're all gonna see some other musical legends too, like Master P. This could be the crew of Dixon.
Okay.
They were honoring Master P, and that's under the direction of Miss Delana.
That's Collins, crew of Collins.
Crew of Collins. With Chanel Collins. Okay, so that's Chanel Collins. We do these lineups, but a lot of times when they're lined up, something can go wrong. There's the crew of Dixon right behind us with Master P. And we know that a lot of the Dixon family has been participating with us for more than 2 decades. As you can see, Master P, and he has roots in Pointe Coupee because I think his grandparents were originally from Pointe Coupee.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Chukanah.
Yeah, and that's a kind of a little known fact. There's a lot of people that are either from Pointe Coupee or have ties to Pointe Coupee through their family that may be, like in his case, in New Orleans and growing up there. He's still in New Orleans. He's the director of basketball operations for University of New Orleans.
Yes.
And because he's quite a basketball player in his own right.
Now this is Tara High School. Oh, they're going to play for us.
There you go.
And they're under the direction of Mr. Irvin Garrison III. That is their band director.
Of course, Tara High School's in Baton Rouge. So we can listen to them a little bit. Y'all probably would prefer to hear that than me.
My dad was a principal, used to bring the float to our house, and it would just be a skeleton, and school teachers from the school would line up to finish decorating.
And it seemed like when you pull them on the street, they wobble a little bit. They would kind of wiggle. So you had to hold on, at least the ones I was on as a kid.
Yeah, you did. Didn't have, the ones today are built higher, and then the people are more secured riding on the inside.
It's a lot more stable.
You can get a lot more people in.
This is the bosses, crew of bosses.
Yes, crew of bosses with Miss Jamisha Nettles.
Okay. Crew of Love.
Crew of Love. Yes, this group is out of St. Francisville. They're a new entry.
Oh, great.
And I think they have I think they have a rap group that's been part of their group. Yeah, because some of, we do have a few new groups this year, and then we have some that have been participating with us for a long time.
The Rouge Cafe.
Cafe. So this group so I was getting the chance to meet some of the directors this morning. this group should be the Beat the Streets.
Beat the Streets.
Beat the Streets. This is the Beat the Streets marching band, and their director is Mr. Chris Johnson. So you see the beautiful dance girls that are marching with them, and also the flag bearers that march along. And you have to have a lot of parents to walk with the children, make sure that they're hydrated and things are going. And so they passed out, judges stand this morning.
It's great that they've come out. All right, here we got another float. Looks like they're throwing some big stuff.
Yeah, they have people. One of the float ladies told me that she collects things all year round. She said she has a storage unit, and she tells them, we have to be in the parade, so y'all get y'all stuff together. Then they meet, and so we see that they're throwing a lot of good stuff.
People love beads.
They do.
Oh, any throws.
They do. They really do. I collect special Mardi Gras beads that I add to my collection every year. So people know when they know I collect some of these things, so they'll save me some special beads so I can add that to my Mardi Gras collection.
That's right. That's right. I was looking for some of my special ones this morning. I think I hid them from myself because I couldn't find them.
All right, this is Crew of Honore. Crew of Honore, and the chairperson for that group is Miss Katina Francois Honore. So they have roots here in Coupee Parish.
Now seeing the floats with the DJs and sometimes the band makes me think of when Chris and the Hurricanes were always in the parade. Of course, Chris, was played all over the South, playing the blues, and Eric Littleton playing with him, and so they were. It was a lot of fun, and they had fun.
Yeah.
World-class musicians, actually.
Approaching us now is Southern University Laboratory School out of Baton Rouge, and their director is DeAmber Taylor. So they're playing, so we'll take a few moments and listen to them.
We said let's listen to them. They finished.
The song finished.
That's right.
Yeah, and you were talking earlier about most of the floats now have DJs on their floats, and it's so much easier now. The DJs load their music to a laptop, or sometimes they play it through their phones and connect it to a sound system. Sometimes, and it's just remarkable how far we have come with technology.
That's right. I've got a friend that's a professional musician. He said some of the uses of AI, they create music with AI, which is kind of scary, but it's really it's good.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Two-Man Mafia, is that what that's in?
Yes, Two-Man Mafia. That's under the direction of Mr. Nolan Dion II. Yeah, some of the floats have come from Port Allen, Baton Rouge. We've had interest from St. Francisville. As you say, the Rayville Band, they've come from North Louisiana. And many of these, interests come from far away to participate in these smaller town parades like this.
Well, and in the case of Rayville, that's probably they would have to go to Monroe or somewhere to go on the parade, and so if they may still do that, and then they get the pleasure of coming down here and giving us a little pleasure.
Yeah, because these bands, they train for all these, so they do train to walk in parades around, know, they practice hard enough to know that wherever they might go for a parade, they should be ready to walk the distance. And you know, on these floats, the people dance on the floats, and you can see colorful hair and different Mardi Gras outfits. She's having a great time.
She is having a good time. I'm glad she got down.
Yeah.
The grandfather in me made me nervous.
Yeah.
I think she's holding on pretty tight.
Yeah, she is. She's holding on pretty tight. That's Emotions Bar and Lounge.
I'd have trouble even getting up on the rail.
That's true.
But, you know, we're still here. That's
here.
what counts. That's what counts. I wake up every morning and thank the Lord for that and move on about my day. So far, Cassandra, everything's been really, really good, moving smooth, and it seems like the crowd has really enjoyed it. And of course,
we have Chosen Academy of Dance under the direction of Miss Felicia Williams. This is a new entry. This is their first time participating in our parade. We do have this year 4 dance groups that are scheduled, along with 6 marching bands that are scheduled. So we want to commend all those directors who take the time out to work with our young people, to keep them motivated, keep them with positive energy, because they could be doing other things. But this is great to have our young people being mentored by other people and passing on skills that they could possibly use in college, or, you know, when you're practicing, it's getting you ready for life.
Exactly. All right, we got another float coming along. I don't know who the float is, but the DJ is DJ Big J.
DJ Big J. All right, DJ Big J. Just as long as they keep it clean.
That's right.
Another float has turned the corner.
I'm trying to see if I recognize anybody up there.
Yeah, they got some nice throws. They're handing out hats.
Yep.
You're too far up to get anything, Louis.
I know. That's all right.
Yeah, they usually drown us with stuff.
That's okay. That's all right. I'll lose them just like I lost my really good beads and I couldn't find them this morning. So. Now we got a big one coming around.
Wow, we got an 18-wheeler. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Can you make this one out?
Keep moving something.
Oh, the Keep Moving crew. This is Ashley and Jonathan Roberts and the Platts. You know, that's some of my students.
They celebrating Prince.
Yes, Prince. You see all the purple? The Legend of Prince. That's the theme of their float.
I noticed
celebrating the legend.
I noticed the symbol of the artist formerly known as Prince.
Formerly known as Prince. Yeah, some of my students on there. Evan Platt, his sister Ashley, Courtney Jackson may be on there. These are Jennifer Platt, Bingo. These are some of my. They don't want to be called my former students. They are my students.
Yep. And of course, Prince was a musical legend in his own right.
Love Prince, one of my favorite artists.
A master of any instrument that came up.
This
is Loyal to the Game crew, and they're celebrating Tupac Shakur, who was one of the early rappers.
That's been nearly 30 years.
Yeah.
30 years. That doesn't seem that long, but it's been 30 years since Tupac Shakur passed. And you know, we see a lot. Oh, there's another Prince float. You know, there are several people that decided that they would dedicate their floats to legendary Prince. We see his picture on the front.
And the purple guitar.
The purple guitar and the symbol.
And a marching band coming up right behind them.
Yes. This is Helix Mentorship and Maritime Academy. They're also out of Baton Rouge, and this is their first time participating in our Mardi Gras parade.
Yeah, and they're a relatively new school in Baton Rouge. I think it's one of the charter schools that's recently opened up. And they've
Yes.
got a good, strong student body and a good, strong band as well.
Yes, let's take a listen.
Feel those drums in your chest, you know they got the beat down.
Yeah, perhaps they're getting ready to join the human jukebox,
Yep.
or maybe the Grambling Tigers. You know, some of these HBCUs, you know, because they have strong band competitions.
Exactly.
Strong band competition.
Exactly. I went a couple years ago when the Jaguars played football at Tiger Stadium, and I think LSU won the football game, but
Southern won the halftime.
Southern won the halftime. It was
Yeah,
great.
they did.
This is Motown meets
Mardi Gras. This is the Riding to Success crew under the direction. The chairperson is Miss Lisa Woods Rodney, and so they salute Motown. This is the Royalty Dolls dance team, and they are out of St. Francisville. And so we see some of the dancers on the float this year. They have a float that they're riding on some of the dancers this year. Okay, we have the crew of Good Vibes. That's Miss Alacia, Mrs. Alacia Tucson, and her husband, Mr. Joshua Brown. And they have the No Limit Soldiers.
Hey, look, I see Snoop up there.
Snoop. Snoop is is he still in Milan at the Olympics?
So Snoop is his own brand. You know, he's got his own football bowl game. He sponsors all sorts of sporting events. He's into everything.
That's right. And you know, rap music celebrated its 50th anniversary or birthday, I think a couple years back, and remember they had a celebration at the Super Bowl for halftime. I was looking at that on YouTube the other day. This is the crew of Watsons, and they're out of the Maringouin area. So people from Maringouin also come and participate here in New Road.
I wonder if they've been riding since Sunday or Saturday.
It might have been. You can see all the hula hoops.
That's right.
Don't miss it. Vallelo's inventory reduction sale and clearance on furniture and bedding going on now. New collections arriving daily. Huge savings plus 12 months interest free. Limited time only at Vallelo's, New Roads and Port Allen. Just minutes from downtown Baton Rouge.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling. Misery loves company.
group. It must be the unique dance.
Yes, that's unique. Our friend Richard Covington, I talked to Richard this morning. He says he's feeling good.
Richard's been in this parade
Oh, yes, Richard has been in our parade for years.
at
You
least
know,
40 years.
Oh, we didn't see him last year because of the weather. And this morning I said, okay, Richard, you got it. He said, yes, ma'am, I got a special outfit. So there he is with his unique dances.
Years and years ago, when Charlie Fields would lead off the parade dancing,
Yeah, remember he had the tap shoes?
and his tap shoes and his red and white striped suit.
Yes, and he was my king.
Yeah, was he?
Yes, he was. Yes, I'm the only Carnival Club queen to have served twice.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my historical thing. We talked about that yesterday at the London Gras celebration.
Well, that's good. You got to relive the excitement 2 times. That's a good thing.
Yes, it was. This is the Rolling with My Crew. See all the children on the float with their families. And you hear that's some Louisiana. That's some Louisiana music, juvenile.
All right. So, and this is Jennifer Kristoff on
Yes.
Swifty.
Yeah, and they call her Bunny.
So I've got one of our sponsors.
Bunny's Whips Caterer Hits and celebrating the BET Awards.
We've got some representatives from the Pointe Chamber of Commerce, and as soon as we get a little break from the floats, we're going to let them talk about all the wonderful things going on at Pointe.
Here's Crew of Perkins with Miss Anita Forrest Armstrong. This is a family that has been participating in our parade for decades. So Crew of Perkins has all the Perkins family members, and you can see all the children that have been participating. Her aunt, Miss Estelle Moore, was one of our members a long time ago who has passed on into glory. And speaking of that, we lost one of our members last year, Mrs. Verna Sincere Dixon. And Miss Dixon was very instrumental in designing floats for Rosenwald Elementary School. She designed a lot of work with a lot of floats for the Carnival Club. And so she passed last summer. So we've dedicated our Mardi Gras ball, and also our Mardi Gras parade has been dedicated to her. And we presented her family with a memorial plaque at our ball on Saturday. And we also acknowledged her yesterday at our London Gras celebration. So she's greatly missed by our organization.
So who do we have here? It looks like a voodoo child.
Voodoo Child.
Looks like some voodoo painted on the side. I wasn't sure until I saw the name in the front.
Yeah, they got a voodoo on the front.
Voodoo all over.
Wow, that's a double-decker float.
That is a double decker. You can put a lot of people in there.
Yeah, they got a lot of folks on that float.
I think I would want to use that just like one good spring Saturday afternoon. That would be fun.
Yeah, that's a beautiful float. You can definitely put a lot of people on that one.
Right.
Okay, we have Family First. Family First. That's the Never Let Go of family. Miss Salita Tanner, that's her family.
So now I've got people from the Pointe Chamber of Commerce. I got Miss Casey Triola Guidry. Come on in the middle of them. I'll give you. And her wing person, Stephanie.
That's right, my wingman.
So tell us a little bit about all the exciting things at Chamber. We've been talking about the local businesses, the unique retail stores, the restaurants, all of the things that we take for granted living here. But tell us about some of the exciting things going on with the Chamber.
Absolutely. The Chamber has tons of good things going on right now. We're excited about the new businesses coming to downtown, also all over the parish and the city. We invite you to like our Facebook page. You can find all of our events there. We're doing the car show coming up. We'll also have a crawfish boil in May. And we're also, wine down is coming up as well. So there's a lot of good things going on in the parish. And we just invite everyone to attend these wonderful events. We're excited about the future of Pointe Coupee, and we've got some wonderful things going. So we invite everyone to, social media is our #1 outlet. If you're not a member of the Chamber, we do invite you to become a member of the Chamber. There's a lot of good things that we do for all of our businesses, and we're super, super excited about this year. So, but thank you for having me too.
Thanks for sponsoring this. All right, I was challenged there for a second. Thanks, Casey. When actually is the car show? It's sometime in March.
Yes.
And then we've got wine down in April.
Yes.
And so
the crawfish boil will be in May.
Okay.
The exact
you know the dates? Close.
Close. I believe the car show is coming up in March. That's going to be mid-March, and then also the crawfish boil that we're going to have downtown, right down here on Morrison Parkway. That's always a wonderful, wonderful event. That's going to be held early May. The exact dates, I apologize, I didn't bring those with me. But again, if you get on our Facebook page, and if you like our Facebook page, you can see all of the dates there. And there we go. Perfect. March 14th. March 14th is the car show from 9 to 3. It's a wonderful event, and it's downtown New Roads. Yes, it is downtown. It's a wonderful event. We've got some great sponsors, and we're looking forward to it. And yes, Wine Down is April the 25th. And so we just invite everyone to come see what New Roads and the parish has to offer. We don't just service New Roads, we service those towns too, Lottie and Bachelor and Morganza. There's a lot of things going on good in our parish, so we invite everybody to attend.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for helping sponsor this telecast, and happy Mardi Gras to you.
Yes, happy Mardi Gras to y'all. Thank you so much.
All right, we have Madison
Thank y'all very
High
much.
School. Madison High School. So we're going to take a few moments and let's listen to them. They have their flag girls. We saw the drum major. I think the drum major's baton was taller than he was. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
So is that Madison, like Madison Parish up in Tallulah? Is that where they from?
I think so. I'm not positive. I'm not positive because
Well, I'm asking that because I know past years there's
Yes.
been a band from Tallulah.
Yes, we've had we do have had a band from Tallulah in the past, as we've had a Madison and then a Madison Prep.
Madison Prep's in Baton Rouge,
Yeah,
but
so
Madison.
this is Madison out of Tallulah.
And you've had both of them, so that's
We've
good.
had both.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes it would get confusing when I would be typing stuff, or they'd say, no, it's two different schools. Okay. And yeah, as we noticed, some of the floats, this is the crew of James, and some of the floats will celebrate musical legends, while a lot of people wanted to decorate their floats with the traditional Mardi Gras colors of purple, gold, and green.
Right.
So we see a lot of Mardi Gras. People are proud of Mardi Gras, and people are wearing Mardi Gras all throughout the parade. Because some of I walked through the crowds, and I'm thinking to myself, are these people supposed to be in the parade?
No.
Because the way they're dressed. Looking at some of the young ladies that are dressed in Mardi Gras outfits.
Yeah, and I couldn't find my beads, and I couldn't find a purple, green, and gold shirt that actually fit me. So.
Stay off the cookies.
Well, I know. So I'll have to get one from one of our local Chamber of Commerce member merchants.
Yeah. This one is
They're celebrating reggae.
reggae. Yes. We know that's definitely a genre of music, reggae. Some of us like the reggae music too. Hey, man.
Some of us like any kind of music.
Really? Yeah, I love all kinds of music. Ooh, this is a gold float. This fruit is
Welcome, soldiers. Crew of Enchanted.
this is Crew of Enchanted 41 with Miss Christine Sanders. And they have Master Pete. She's the lady who told me that they collect their stuff all year round. And so she and her family come here. Some of them come as far as from Dallas.
Wow.
They fly in and they come and participate. And so she always has a float very beautifully decorated. Miss Christine Sanders, Crew of Enchanted 41.
This
As
is
I always look for her float.
Crew of Taylor.
Crew of Taylor, and you know, Mr. Wilmer Moore is part of this group. His daughter Antonasia and many of his in-laws, and you know, this has been done in honor of Miss Kidney Taylor and many of the Taylor family members who were part of our group years ago who have passed on. So they're keeping the Taylor family legacy going. This is the Trendsetters. Treats. What if they have some treats on that float?
They may.
They might.
You know,
Yeah.
so in addition to the you know, maybe a school group or a family group that gets together and has a float, and sometimes you have businesses that come in and want to celebrate Mardi Gras, and it's kind of a rolling billboard for some of them.
It is. And our president is Mr. Gerard Lewis. Our vice president is Mr. Wilmer Moore. And you know, Mr. Lewis, his family has been having a float and operator over 4 decades. House of Lewis.
Right.
And so a lot of times with the House of Lewis, they have a dance routine that they would do in front of their float. But our president needed to be cloned to be in several different spots this morning, you know, because we were lining up the floats on one end of town, and we had the bands and the dance groups on the other end of town. So he needed to have been cloned this morning so we
That's
could
right.
handle all this.
And as much as we try to be in 3 places at one time, it's hard enough for us to be in just one place at one time.
It is, yeah. And our London Gras chairperson was Ms. Val Dukes, and she and her group did a beautiful job. And Ms. Frederica June was the chairperson, along with Mrs. Shonda Smith of our Royal Court. And so they took care of our young ladies, soliciting the young ladies and getting them ready with their attire and accessories and everything. So we have all these people that are working together. And then over at our judges stand, we have Miss Leardra Porsche, Miss Tabitha Ransom that are handling the judges. And so this morning I worked with the lineup for a short period of time, you know, lining up the dance groups and stuff. And then I said, okay, y'all, my other job has returned. So I need to get back on this end.
So tell us a little bit about that London Gras, because I know, you know, the group gets together and they go and they visit different locations, they toast different people, but I'm not, because I've been working most of the time on that day, and I haven't been able to actually see what it is that the organization does.
Okay, well, it's a concept that Ms. Dukes, when she was our vice president about 20 years ago, came up with. She decided that, you know, we needed to showcase the Queen in her court a little bit more. So what she did, she initially contacted roughly about 5 or 6 families and asked them would they host the Queen in her court, and they would take them to visit, you know, these different households, and the households would have, you know, treats for them like sandwiches or drumettes, and then also give the young ladies gifts. They would get a limousine ride to various stops. And then as it grew, eventually when Robert Meyer was the mayor, they started also including the business community. So they came and patronized the business community. And then when Cornell Dukes was the mayor, we held it at the Civic Center one year, and joined the Lions Club Court came so that they could be introduced to each other. And then Theron Smith, we had it at the Satterfields building another time. So the last couple of years, we've been having it at the Pointe Enrichment Center on Mandela Drive. And each year, they come up with something different that's done. You know, we do present the new Queen in her court. And so yesterday, the group decided, the committee decided, well, let's focus on bringing in some of our past royalties so that we can connect the dots, you know, to keep our history going. So that's what we did yesterday. We went through the list and contacted as many kings and queens as they could find numbers for. So the Queen showed out. It might have been maybe about 15 or so of us that
Wow.
that were there, maybe a little more, and about 6 or 7 kings were there. It might have been a little bit more. It might have been a good. It was a good number of queens that were there, and we were asked to wear purple.
Yep.
And so I ended up being. They introduced me first because I'm the only queen that has served twice as a high school girl. And then also I won the first beauty pageant that they had back in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I ended up serving twice.
Well, that sounds like a fun afternoon.
It was. It was a beautiful thing. We toasted, the queen and her court. This is the crew of Jace. Yeah, they got their, I see Sam Cooke's picture. You know, I love Sam Cooke with that song, The Change Is Gonna Come.
Yep.
You know, those are some of the beautiful voices that we're missing. But now you can hear them.
Now
even
you
though
can
they-
hear them.
Even though they're going on to glory, you don't have to have a hi-fi anymore. You can turn on YouTube.
You can turn on YouTube and hear it. You're right.
Okay, this is food. Dog by George. Okay, this is a hairstyle group. And as you see, we got different kind of businesses that are sponsoring. Food businesses, hair businesses, tax businesses. Anything. Things that, we need to patronize. And we see a float turning the corner now. And sometimes when you see a lull in the parade, something could have happened. It could be the crowd has gathered around it, or remember back in the day when the cars would overheat
Oh yeah.
and the Bar Scouts would ride on the hood of the car.
I remember that.
With signs, and they would say how they were burning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Those
You had to
things.
make sure you didn't slide off.
yeah. This is a cash money, no limit. This is probably one of the tax things, the Sounds, Legends of the South.
No,
They got a double decker too.
Yeah, that's a record
Record company.
company.
Record company.
All right, so we got another little entry coming around the corner. They fishing. They got that might be that celebrity.
Yeah, there it is. Patrick Queen
Yeah.
of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I can't tell if he's on the float or not. He was supposed to be on the float. I don't know if Patrick is on the float, but I know his sister Tia Ridgely Forrest is the chairperson for that float. So that's our local celebrity, Patrick Queen, who's played with I think 2 or 3 different professional football teams.
He's on his second one. He played for the Baltimore Ravens
Okay.
first when he got out of LSU, and then now he's with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes, and I have some die-hard Pittsburgh Steelers fans in my family. I come from a family of 8 children. I'm the only one who's not a football fan. The other 7 are, and they're divided up. One is the Saints. There are 3 Cowboy fans, 2 and a couple of, and then a neighbor that we consider our brother, 3 Pittsburgh Steelers fans. So when they start talking to football, I get off the phone. We do a family conference call. I say, oh no, I got to go.
Oh yeah, well when Pittsburgh Steelers were really good back in the day, and they had Terry Bradshaw, Louisiana guy from Louisiana Tech, as the quarterback, and you had Franco Harris in the backfield. Yeah, that's when I was in high school and college, so it was great. Who of Cash to You?
Yeah.
Another local little business establishment.
Yeah, because we're in the tax season now, so we know people got to be filing their taxes.
Yeah. Louisiana legend.
Yeah, job. You know, the parade starts off with a fire truck and ends with a fire truck, so that, you know, in ending and beginning. I think we have seen just about everything. You know, like, you know, sometimes something could happen where maybe somebody took sick, or something could have broken down, or, you know, years ago a float caught on, a couple of times I learned recently, floats have caught on fire. You know, it's,
Yeah,
all things happen.
I remember when I was a kid in the Lions Club parade, there was a float that had a Batmobile on it. It was superheroes or whatever was the theme, and there was a Batmobile on the float, and it, you know, Batmobile kind of had that little jet engine that would shoot fire out the back. Well, they had one on the float, and it caught fire.
Caught fire. Wow.
Right here as it made the turn by St. Mary's Church, where parade route used to turn years ago.
Wow.
See, that's one. I'm glad to be here on City Hall's parking lot, under the awning. But if we were just a little closer, we could have caught something from Patrick Queen's, you know, fishing supply store.
Isn't that something? Nothing. Nobody got us nothing. They would rain on us and pass Mardi Gras.
I'm gonna get something.
That's right.
I'm gonna get something.
I'll be at the judges' stand for the afternoon parade, for the Lions Club parade.
Well, I'll have to go buy something at his store
Yeah.
now. So that looks like that's about it for this edition, the 104th year, right?
Yes, 104th year.
I'm trying to, my math isn't always good. 104th year of the Community Center of Pointe Coupee Carnival Club Parade. And, you know, we want to again thank our sponsors. Of course, the Greater Pointe Coupee Chamber of Commerce that we heard from board member Casey Triola, Guidry. I call her Casey Triola, but Guidry is her married name. And we've got Pointe Coupee General Hospital, Kellerman Kitchen and Bath, and Kellerman Industrial Service. The city and New Roads, City Council and mayor and the police and the public works and all the people that work so hard here in town to make sure everything goes off without a hitch. And of course, Dwayne Bolello and his family, and Bolello's Furniture and Appliances. Thank you all for sponsoring us. Thank you for watching. Cassandra, thank you for coming and spending an hour or so with me on the streets and New Roads. It's been fun.
It has been fun, Louis. You know, people look forward to us doing this every year, because they ask, are y'all going to be on TV?
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
people loved our little commentaries.
It's like we got the band back together.
Yeah, the band is back together.
It was kind of fitting, and that sounds like that may be it with the last public safety cleanup. So we hit it just right on time. So thank you so much for watching this parade. We will be back later with the 82nd New Roads Lions Club Carnival Parade.
Happy Mardi Gras.
Don't miss it. Bolello's inventory reduction sale and clearance on furniture and bedding going on now. New collections arriving daily. Huge savings plus 12 months interest free. Limited time only at Bolello's, New Roads and Port Allen. Just minutes from downtown Baton Rouge.